What it do? It's your boy Murse Action Jackson. Coming to y'all with another video, guys. Just pretty much giving y'all an update on how school's going and what it's like to be a male nurse. You know, you don't see a lot of male nurses on YouTube or just in the field in general. So when you do see another male nurse, you kind of get that nod like, hey, like right on, brother. Not many of us, so we got to stick together, right? So that's super dope. But as far as school is going well, man. It's very, very busy. I have like research papers due weekly, you know, and I must say that I'm becoming a very good writer. I've always been a pretty good writer, but this is forcing me to really bring out and hone my skills as a nurse and as a writer. And I'm finding that I really do like writing and researching. Maybe it's because I have to do it so much, but it's all good. It's going to be beneficial in the long run. And for those who don't know, I'm a nurse. I'm back in nursing school, finishing up my BSN, fully online. And yeah, just taking y'all on my journey. As far as school, my end goal is to become a nurse practitioner and then probably eventually open up a practice, merging physical therapy and nursing. I was in physical therapy for 9 years, love the field, but nursing is where I find myself at now and for the long term, you know. So that being said, yeah, man, I really do love nursing. So I'm a home health nurse. Right now I'm en route to do my visits for the week. So throughout the day, throughout the week, as I mentioned in other videos, I have one patient per day. I'm at the home health nurse. Very chill, real easy style of nursing. Learn a lot of skills, and you're doing like a lot of patient care stuff. Doing meds, depending on your patient. That's one thing I will vouch for home health. You only got to worry about one patient, whereas in the hospital you have 6 and 7 patients at a time, and you're having to tend to them, whether you're hanging blood or there's a lot more work to do in a hospital versus a home health setting. So like I said, I do love it. And how is it being a male nurse? I love being a male nurse. Every time that I see another male nurse, I give them the nod, the bro nod, because there's not very many male nurses in the field. The field's really dominated by women, and it's very rare. I wouldn't say rare that you see a black male nurse versus male nurses in general, but it's super dope to see another brother holding up the mantle, man. Because like I said, nursing typically gets the rap of a woman. I've never seen a male nurse that they're not out there like that, but that's all false. Because we out here making this money, baby. Don't let anybody tell you that nurses don't make money. If you are a nurse and you're not making decent money, then you really need to judge your work ethic. Because like I said, I'm going to school working 55 hours and in school full time, 13 hours for this quarter. And I'll be taking pretty much 13 plus hours for the next year so I can get my BSN. And again, man, if you're not making money as a nurse, you really got to question what you're doing. You know, because a lot of people, when it comes to as far as pay wise, let's see, as an LVN, you're making anywhere from $20 up to $25, $30 per hour. And depending on where you're working, depending on the city you're in, the state that you're in, all that varies. And then of course, if you're doing like travel nursing, then that can be to the upper echelon as a LVN or LPN. 35 an hour, making $2,000 a week. You know, that's not common to make that type of money doing like regular travel nursing. But as an RN, bro, you should be making at least, at the bare minimum, $25 per hour, depending on experience. And if you're able to negotiate your pay, especially right now, nurses are very hot as far as with the whole pandemic stuff going on, or us coming out of the pandemic, a nursing shortage. There's always been a nursing shortage. And yeah, you can definitely negotiate your pay. And I've noticed as a male nurse that I have no issues when it comes to negotiating my pay. If I'm going to a different realm, I'm like, hey, this is what I want to make, and I typically get like, all right, no problem. So when it comes to what your pay rate is as a nurse, it is what it is. But you get unlimited overtime, guys. You can work one job and then go to another job and make more money there. The majority of my money I make comes from my overtime. So after 40 hours, I said I work 55 hours a week. I can make more by scaling my overtime. And I also do my visits. I love doing visits because it's easy. You know, doing an assessment, doing a couple medications, doing some vitals, and then I'm out of there. So that's one thing that I do like, I love about home health nursing, man. So if you are a nurse and you're not getting to the bag, I don't know what you are doing, like flat out. I'm in San Antonio. I work in San Antonio, in the San Antonio area, and it's a nursing hub or medical hub. So the pay rates here aren't as good as like a Houston or Dallas or something like that, because San Antonio is a very heavily medical town. It's a military town as well as a medical town. But they still paying that bread, baby. We still getting it in. We still making the money. And it's not all about the money, right? But it is. Don't let somebody tell you that it's not about the money. Because when it comes to nursing, it's about that money. Because you are going to put in the work. At the end of the day, you're on your feet for 12 hours, 14 hours, 16 hours a day. And you're going to be compensated for it. And I like to get my money. And as a man, most men should be working at least 40, 50 hours minimum per week. And that's one thing that I do notice, is that a lot of males in the field tend to go hard in the paint. And what I mean by hard in the paint is that I see male nurses really out there busting their butt when it comes to getting their hours. To be honest, I don't really know if I met another male nurse that works under 40, 50 hours. You know, 50 hours is really like the threshold for me, because anything under that, yeah, I'm getting paid okay, but I like my overtime. So don't let anybody ever tell you that nurses don't get paid. It's all cap. Whatever you put in, you're gonna get out as far as hours. And that's, I mean, to be honest, that's what all men should be doing, regardless of what field you're in. Men should be working. And that's flat out. That's like our first task thing. If you're religious or what have you, the Bible, the first thing Adam was doing, he was tending to the field, putting in the work 6 days a week, man. I work 5 days a week, but if you're not putting in 5 to 7 days of work a week, don't complain about where you are in life. Like, straight up. The people who are out there getting to it are doing okay. Doesn't mean they're making six figures. They may be only making $60,000, $70,000, a year. But they putting in the work, man. And that's, as a man, every single man should be doing. You should not be leaning on women to take care of you. And to be honest, that's where we are in the society, man, is that all these weak men out here are letting women take care of them. That's that soft mentality, and women are out there busting their butt to take care of the home. It's backwards. That's why you have all these women out here who are like super masculine or super aggressive, because they have ambition and drive to get to that next level. Then you got these soft dudes out here, man, like, oh, I don't want to work, I'm just gonna let her take care of me. That ain't a man. And for you women out there who are dealing with men like that, cut ties, because you will always be a crutch to that man, like flat out. My wife, she does work. She works from home, and she runs the business, you know, and she is a boss in her own right. I technically work for my wife, and we get into the bag, man, you know, and she holds it down on that end, and I'm out on my end. She's business, I'm clinical. And I mean, we working on becoming a power couple. We are a power couple. We get busy. If I can brag on my wife a little bit, you know what I'm saying? She makes right at close to 6 figures by herself. And I'm making bank too. So we doing all right. You know, we got a full family, a family of 6. And we don't have a need for anything. But we put in the work, man, because we know what our goal is long term as a family and individually and collectively. And that's what it's about. As a man, you should be leading your family and showing your family the example that they need, what they should be as a man and as a leader. And it's sad that we don't see a lot of leaders like that in our society anymore, man. Martin Luther Kings, the Malcolm X's, the Mahatma Gandhis, you know, like men who are doing manly stuff and leading their families. That's what it's about. And when it comes to nursing, man, I realize that a lot of people do flock to me because of that leadership quality. If you show leadership in whatever job that you're doing, people are going to flock to you. And that's just the fact of the matter. And if you have the personality and charisma to go with it, hey, the sky is the limit to what you can do. You can level up extremely quickly by having the right attitude, the right personality, and the work ethic. Because that's what's missing in our society today. Everybody wants the easy way out. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to put in the work. Nobody wants to put in the hour and the time. But I'm here to tell you, man, it's there for you if you want it. So I guess that's it, guys. I know I've been rambling. Hopefully it gives y'all some motivation to continue on in your respective fields, and to encourage my male nurses out there, man, that there's money out there to be made in nurses in general. Yes, we go through a lot as nurses, but take care of yourself, your mental health, and don't let an employer drag you through the mud. You got to know what your limits are. Take care of your mental health. Take care of your home. Take care of your fitness. And that's one thing I truly believe in, man. That's like my getaway. When I'm in my gym and I'm cranking out some heavy weight or just putting in some hypertrophy training, yo, those endorphins are kicking off in my body and I'm on a high because I'm getting to it. It's a stress reliever and it's therapy at times. A lot of times it's therapy. When you're coming home from work or before you go to work, and it's a way to de-stress, be healthy, be fit, and be the best version of yourself. So till next time, guys, subscribe, comment down below. School is going well. Till next time, bless up. Cheers.